This is basic English for everyday communication, remedial level. Hello dear students. Today we are going to learn an important grammar topic that is frequently tested in the grade 12 national examination. Our topic today is about phrasal verbs. By the end of this study or this lesson, you will be able to identify phrasal verbs, understand their meanings from context, use them correctly in sentences, and answer national examination questions confidently. To start our lesson, let's look at these two questions. What is the meaning of give up? Is its meaning the same as give? Discuss over these two questions. After your discussion, I hope your answer will be the meaning of give up is to stop doing something. But the meaning of give is to hand something to someone. So there is no relationship in meaning between the phrasal verb give up and the main verb give. From this, we can conclude that the meaning of phrasal verbs never depend on the meaning of the main verb of the phrasal verb. From this, when we pass to the next, the definition of phrasal verbs, then what is phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb plus one or more particles that creates a new meaning. What particle means in this case? Particle means a small words. These small words include preposition and adverbs in English. So, when we come to the form of phrasal verbs, the form can be created from verb plus particle plus maybe object, it may be phrases, it may be something else, adverbs, and so on. But the form in general is what? Subject plus verb plus particle. Particle, this include preposition or adverbs. For example, look at this example given. When we look at a phrasal verb, give up formed from the main verb give and a preposition up. Together, they give the meaning of stop trying. Look at the next phrasal verb, look after. This phrasal verb created from the main verb look and preposition after. Together, they create the meaning take care of. Like this, you can develop another many phrasal verbs. The main thing we need to focus here is that about the type of phrasal verbs. There are 4 types of phrasal verbs here. Intransitive phrasal verbs, separable phrasal verbs, and inseparable phrasal verbs. When we look at first one, intransitive phrasal verbs, what does it mean? They do not take an object in a sentence. which means that they never need objects to make the sentence complete. Without the presence of object, they can complete a sentence. So when we look at the structure of it, the structure is subject plus verb plus particle. Here, verb plus particle. You can add subject here. For example, the car broke down. Here we find, when we look at the structure of the sentence, we find subject plus broke is member, down is preposition. So here we can find full sentence without the presence of objects. So for this type of phrasal verbs, no need of objects to make the sentence complete. They can complete the sentence with only the presence of subjects. So there is no object in the sentence. And question and example 2, he woke up late. Here also there is no object in this sentence. He is the subject, woke is the main verb, up is proposition, and then woke up is a phrasal verb here, and at the end we find late, which is adverb of time. So like this, we can make a sentence complete with the presence of intransitive phrasal verbs. You can develop many examples like this. The next one is transitive phrasal verb. In transitive phrasal verb, they take an object. They take an object to make the sentence complete. It needs object for them. So the structure or the form of this type of transitive phrasal verb need to be subject plus verb plus particle plus objects, because they take objects. For example, she turned off the light. She turned off the light. In the case of this sentence, there is a subject, main verb is turned, off is adverb, and then the object, the light is the object of the sentence. So here, this is a complete sentence with the presence of what? Objects. So they can take objects. Transitive phrasal verbs can take objects. This is what makes it different from the intransitive one and others. Look at, he picked up the phone. What is the object of this sentence? The phone is the object, pick up is the phrasal verb, and he is the subject of the sentence. And in the third one, the separable phrasal verbs. What does this mean? In the case of separable phrasal verbs, the object can come between the verb and the particle. Then what the form of this separable phrasal verb in sentence structure? Form, verb plus object, or before verb we can add subject, subject plus verb plus object plus particle. Or you can form like subject plus verb plus particle plus object. This is the form, which means, look at example. She turned off the lights. she turned off what? The light. Here, there is an object. This is the first formula. Subject plus turned, main verb plus off. Off. This is a formula with the second one. Verb plus main verb. Here verb. Particle of adverb of. And then object. The light is the object. But the second one is formed with the this formula: subject plus verb. Here subject plus verb. Here turned verb, and object, the light. The light is the object of the sentence, and then particle. The particle is of, adverb of. So like this, we can form in the case of separable phrasal verb. We can form in two ways. So why it is called separable phrasal verb? Here, in the second example, she turned the light off. So the phrase, the main verb in the phrasal verb is turned, separated from the adverb or particle what? Of. So there is the object present between the phrasal verb, between the main verb and the what? The adverb or particle. For this reason, it is called what? Phrasal, separable phrasal verb. So in this case, I want you to focus on the pronoun. Regarding pronoun, most of the time, always pronoun found between the main verb of the phrasal verb and the particle of the phrasal verb. This means, for example, she turned it off. What it represents? It represents the light. The light is what? Noun. But it is what? The pronoun of the light. So here, always the pronoun objects found between the main verb of the phrasal verb and the particle of the phrasal verb. We never use this pronoun at the end of the phrasal verbs. It's ungrammatical. Why? Because it's a pronoun of the noun. But in the case of the noun, we can use in both ways or in both forms, which means the object can come at the end of the sentence or at the end of the phrasal verbs, and also can go between the main verb and the particle. But in the case of pronoun, it is impossible. Like, for example, if we say she turned off it, this is ungrammatical, incorrect way, because of the presence of pronoun at the end of a sentence. Like this, you can develop more separable examples like pick up. This is a phrasal verb. Pick him up. This is grammatical. Pick up, pick him up. Put away. Put them away. Give back. Give it back. Take off. Take it off. This is the way. Like this, you can develop so many examples of separable phrasal verbs. The next one is inseparable phrasal verbs. In the case of inseparable phrasal verb, the verb and the particle cannot be separated, which means always the position of the object is at the end of the phrasal verbs. Look at the form here. Here, form, you can present subject here, subject plus verb plus particle plus objects. This is the form of inseparable phrasal verbs always. For example, look at the example given. He looked after the child. He looked after the child. He looked after the child. Here, the child is the object of the sentence. So look at an example given. Subject. Look is verb. Looked is verb. And after it's what? Particle, or we can say preposition particle. And object here, the child is object. So in this case, it is impossible to say he looked the child after. Is incorrect. Why? Because the phrasal verb we are using here in this sentence is inseparable phrasal verb. So you can develop this type of phrasal verbs for yourself, like look for, look for, look for a job. It's impossible to say look a job for. Run into, run into a problem. It's impossible to say run a problem into. Depend on, depend on help. It's impossible to say depend help on. Why? Because the phrasal verb is inseparable. Inseparable means the main verb and the particle never separable. So you can develop like this many examples based on this example given for you. Then let's go to the activity given for you. Here in this activity, I want you to select the correct statement or sentence here from the list of choice given for you, the list of the alternative given for you here. A, pick up it. Is it correct or incorrect? It is your choice, but I want only the correct one. You need to leave the incorrect one. So B, pick it up. C, look the word up. D, look up the word. E, look the word after. F, depend on money. G, run money out of. H, run out of money. From these lists of sentences which are grammatical and natural, this is what you asked. I never do this. You have to do yourself. And then let me pass to the next sorry activity. This is guessing the meaning of new phrasal verbs from the given sentence contextually. When we guess the meaning of new words, we need to depend on a contextual clues given in a sentence. What is contextual clue? Contextual clue are the words or clauses or phrase or sentence which give us hint to guess the meaning of new word is given in a sentence or a paragraph, any text. That are called what? Contextual clues. So here in the case of phrasal verbs also, we need to depend on contextual clues to guess the meaning of the new phrasal verbs given in a sentence. Like this, let's look at question number 1. In question number 1, you have been asked that I had tried to let on that I had already guessed the answer. Look here. The given new phrasal verb here is that let on is a given phrasal verb. What the general meaning of this sentence? You have to guess the general meaning of these new words, sentences, sorry, to get the meaning of the phrasal verb given for you. The speaker tried to show or hint that they already knew the answer. What the clue of this sentence or what give hint us to guess the meaning of the new phrasal verb given here. The clues include that I had already guessed the answer. That I had already guessed the answer. The clause. Sorry. Um. So, what the meaning of let on? The meaning of let on means that to reveal, to show. So use the contextual clues given in a sentence most of the time to guess the meaning of new words. Number two, the students were let out of the school early. The students were let out of the school early here. What the general meaning of this sentence? The students were allowed to leave school earlier than usual. This is the general meaning of the sentence. What do you, how do you guess the meaning of new phrasal verb given here? The meaning of new phrasal verb given here is that let out. Let out. What is the meaning of let out in the context of this sentence? Then the meaning is that to allow someone to leave. Hima kana keessatti maal agarraa? Barattoonni yeroon ba'umsaa utuu hin gahin dursanii mana barumsaatii ba'an kan jedhudha. Inni kun kan inni odeessu. So kiluu kan nu kennu maalidha addanatti yookiis immoo akka nuyi nu wordii kanaaf nuyi phrasal verbii kanaaf hiika isaa barruuf kan nu gargaaru hima kana keessatti maalidha kan jedhudha. As keessatti maalidha kan nu gargaaru kiluu contextual kiluu kan jedhu isadha jechuudha. Of the school early kun maal agarsiisa? Bahuu isaanii agarsiisa. Akkamitti bahanii? Dafaniitu bahanii, dursaniitu bahanii isa jedhu agarsiisa. Kun bahuu isa jedhu akka nuyi phrasal verbii kanarraa barru nu gargaara jechuudha. Kanaaf contextual yeroo jennu himarratti hundoofne akkamitti hiikaa phrasal verbii tokko argachuu akka dandeenyu akka shaakalluuf nu gargaara jechuudha. So እዚህ ጋር የምናየው ምንድን ነው? ተማሪዎቹ መውጫ ሰዓት ከመድረሱ በፊት ምንድን ነው ትምህርት ቤቱን ለቆ ሄዱ የሚል ነው ሰንተንሱ። ከዚህ ውስጥ ደግሞ ምንድን ነው ገስ የምናደርገው ሌት አውት የሚል ፍሬዛል ቨርብ ምንን ገስ እያደረግን ነው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ይህንን ገስ ለማድረግ ለመገመት የሚረዱን ኮንቴክስቹዋል ክሉ የምንላቸው ወርዶች ወይም ደግሞ ሰንተንሶች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ። አሁን ለምሳሌ ከዚህ ውስጥ ማን ነው የረዳን ማለት ነው? ኦፍ ዘ ስኩል የሚል ረድቶናል። ሌላ ተጨማሪም የሚረዳን ልረዳን የሚችለው ኤርሊ የሚለው ቀድሞ ነው። ቀድሞ ካለም መሆኑን ነው መውጣታቸውን ያመለክታል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ የሌት አውት ሚኒንግ ምን ሊሆን ይችላል? ወጡ የሚል በሚል መገመት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ በዚህ አይነት መልኩ ከገመት ነው the meaning of new phrasal verb given in this sentence is to allow someone to leave. To leave. You can say the meaning is to leave the school. The meaning of let out means to leave. You can develop like this guessing contextual meaning of new phrasal verbs from the given sentence. Let me leave the left for you. So here also you need to develop how model questions can be prepared for you. This is model questions prepared for you to practice before the examination regarding phrasal verbs. This is the alternative given in question 1. When his father lost his job, he had to drop out of school. He had to drop out. Then word here you ask it, is that the phrasal verb drop out of the school? The underlined phrasal verb means, look at the sentence again. When his father lost his job, he had to drop out of school. What the meaning of drop out? A. Enter. B. Continue. C. Leave. D. Enjoy. I hope your answer is leave. Choice C. Like this, you can develop the left one for yourself. So, finally, I want you to say phrasal verbs are an essential part of everyday English. Understanding their form, types, transitive and intransitive, separable and inseparable pronoun position helps you speak and write English naturally and accurately. Especially mastery of pronoun use is especially important as incorrect placement is a common learner error. So regular practice with example and the sentences strengthens confidence and fluency for you. Have a nice time. Goodbye. Thank you.